What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another Etheria restart video. And today we are talking all about Lumi Warden Diting and how you guys want to build him. Now, I have been playing him somewhat in PvP. Honestly, I've just been first picking him like every game, ban protecting him, just to try to get a feel for this character and how good he is. I do think that he is a very powerful character, very strong, especially because of his buff, Sanctolin, and the fact that he can stop turn meter reduction on all allies, which makes him very good against things that can push you back. So because of this, he is a force to be reckoned with in the meta. Now, in terms of his lattice investment, I do believe you want to max his S3 for sure. The reason why is in Etheria Restart at level 5, most skills get their skill CD reduction on S2 and S3. So you really need this because this allows you to keep up your Sanctolin as much as you can. This buff is the bread and butter of his kit. Of course, he has a ton of other stuff that makes him good with his utility, but Sanctolin is the reason why he is so frustrating to deal with, because when this is up, it feels like your team is taking 0 damage. If you pair it with Fushu or another healer, well, you're basically taking 0 damage. So you want the CDR on this, you want to max out his S3 no matter what. On the way, you get these effect accuracy nodes, which is honestly pretty useless, but it is what it is. I kind of wish it was like defense percent or something like that, but okay, we'll take it. And then in terms of his other skills, if you do decide to max another one, I think S1's very good for the speed and also to upgrade his passive to decrease the turn meter reduction even further. And after that, his S2 is also good because you do get a lot of benefit. In fact, the 2 turn duration taunt actually won a game versus me, and I didn't expect anyone to have this character maxed because of the lattice economy, but some people have this guy 555, and the S2 max is also pretty decent. But in my opinion, I would say S3 over S1, and then S2 is like a big luxury that you can go for some reason you have a ton of lattice or you spend on the game and you buy the weekly packs. So in terms of his build, so the build I found to be the most successful for me is on a Jackal Guard setup with Bloodbath, Bulwark, and Swift Smite. I think Bloodbath and Swift Smite are pretty much irreplaceable. Bulwark, you can go Swift Rush if you want. However, if you do go against the Holden that's faster than you, or a CC character like Mio or Lilith, which are very common right now, or Nahor, that's very fast, and you don't have a way to stop them from debuffing you, then what ends up happening is you can't get your Sanctolin up, right? So this is pretty important to get up. If you get this up, you just take like no damage. So I like him on Bulwark. Swift Rush is also fine. Usually against CC, they also get paired with Dispellers like Plume and stuff like that, or like Heinrich. But in the case you do go against like a Bruiser Mio, the Bulwark is very effective. So that is what I like on him. Now for my mods, I do just have defense percent. Speed and defense percent is all you really want. I don't really think you want to build him on too much damage because he's more of a utility character. The reason why is because the damage that you block is equal to your defense. So very good to stack him on defense. I think some people build him on like 1 crit rate mod. You can do that as well, but I found this to be good. Now keep in mind, if you don't run him on any HP, if you run him on this defense setup, he will die to cleave. Messiah literally one-shots him unless you have him at max dupes, which I don't, because I haven't spent on this game in like 3 months, honestly. Nor have I like max refreshed every day. Don't tell my guildies. But yeah, he gets one-shot by Messiah, so that's how it is. Now for Shell, I found defense percent, speed, and Dauntless to be his best setup. You could also go Gaze on the last one. It's pretty good to get extra effect accuracy in the later fights. It can be pretty clutch to lock down people with your taunt and also land this extend all Animus skill CDs by 1 turn. So it's really up to you. But in terms of his shells, very flexible, right? I think you just want defense percent, speed for sure. And the last one, you have a lot of options, right? Dauntless is probably the most flexible. Insight's probably okay as well. Gaze is probably okay, but I think this is what you're going to want to go for. So I'll show you guys how good he actually is. You can see that we are fighting the most common defense team on the ladder right now, which is Fushu, Mary, Plume, and Aya. And if you take out Plume and put in Diting and run it against them, you'll see that you can win pretty easily just because Diting kind of counters Plume in a sense because you stop the constant turn meter push. And he just makes your team take a lot less damage from the Mary. And paired with Aya, he's actually really good because he pretty much has permanent uptime on the, what's it called? The Sanctolin. And because Diting usually goes after Plume, it's not going to really ever get dispelled off, right? Unless, of course, you're fighting a Codex plume, but then it's a lot easier to manage after the first two S3s. You can just hold his second Sanctolin for a bit, or even his first one. So here, what I can actually do is provoke. What I'm actually going to do is actually hold it. Actually, no, I'm going to use it on the plume for fun, just for some damage. But, you know, this is the arena meta. It's kind of boring, honestly, I know. But you're going to see that if you use your Diting, he's going to be very, very effective at stopping this type of setup, right? Because his passive's good, and also, like, this Torpor is really, really strong against plume teams. Although it does eventually get dispelled off. You can see the second S2 comes, and then after that, because we have Aya, you can see my S3's up again. Just pretty much makes my team really hard to kill. You're gonna see here, oh, I do take a lot of damage because I have defense down. But regardless, we should be okay. Push up again. Honestly, I really hate this Ray Mary unit. I know it's kind of random, but this unit kind of ruined the game for me. Like, not kind of, but really ruined the game for me in terms of fun. And then after this, what you can do is, what a lot of people do, is they just start spamming S1s into Fushu. You can see I get the CD increase. If you ever get it one time, it's really, really good. You can stop the Fushus from S3ing once again. I'm just like watching this fight. It's literally just Ray Mary versus Ray Mary. Look at this. Yo, sick meta, guys. Sick game, honestly. Yeah. Oh my god, stun me again and I lose. Oh wow. Yeah, it's supposed to be a Diting showcase, but I guess it just showed how bad the meta is, so there we go. I'm not gonna record another one because I think that encapsulates what's going on with the game right now. So that is Diting, boys. Nothing too OP, just a fun character. He is pretty decent in the meta, as you guys can kind of tell, because he has so much utility. I will say, when you pick him, you do have to be careful about like Veronica, because Veronica can steal the Sanctolin. I don't have Veronica built, so I kind of struggle versus this character a bit, which is pretty unfortunate because I just can't get her shell to drop. I can't get Bulwark on this, but I did use my shell crafting on a different character because it's higher priority for me. But yeah, Diting does struggle a bit against stuff that can steal buffs, dispel buffs, but overall he's a pretty solid character. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in another Etheria video someday.